What is going on? Welcome to episode 78 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host on this NPC Mini, N64 Josh. That music you just heard was from On Being Human. You can check them out on YouTube and Spotify. Remember, we are the unofficial Nintendo podcast. If you're looking for the official one, you got to look for the Nintendo Power Podcast, not just cast. You'll find them on iTunes and other podcast players. If you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/NPC. There you'll find many books. Some that I recommend: Super Mario, How Nintendo Conquered America, Ready Player One, Console Wars, The Ultimate Guide to Video Game History, just to name a few. That's audibletrial.com/NPC. OP Seat is the chair I'm sitting in from opseat.com. You can save yourself $10 by using coupon code N64Josh. Check them out. Right now they are running a sale on the Master Series. I believe it's $20 off. So go check that out. opseat.com, coupon code N64Josh. Guys, I do have a Patreon. If you want to get yourself some free content, go check it out. There's stuff there. If you want to get yourself an extra podcast each month for $1, go sign up there. It's patreon.com/N64Josh. Lastly, guys, the show notes for this episode will be at n64josh.com/NPC78. I do this show live Thursdays. I try to get here around 6. Tonight, it's 7. I took my wife out on a date. You know, hey, sometimes life just happens, so that's what we do. But it is live. Twitch.tv/N64Josh. If you want to know exactly when I go live, follow me on Twitch, turn on notifications, or join our Discord. And I let everybody know as soon as I go live. So there you go. That is that. I think that is everything. And let's get into this thing, guys. Let's get into this thing. Episode 78. So we got some cool news. Some cool stuff came from GDC. And so we're going to talk about that. But before we do, we skipped on this week's releases. So we're going to talk about those No, I just read the word no. Now. So on the eShop for the Switch, you got Gekadu. I don't know if I said it right. For $14.99. This game is either called No Thing or Nothing. I'm not really sure. The next one is called Dead Spike Sam is what it looks like. The font is a little tough to read. After that, we have Slayaway Camp, Opus, Rocket of Whispers. This one's kind of cool, guys. This is one I played in the arcade. We got the Arcade Archives coming out with something. This is Moon Patrol. Probably not the most fun for everybody to play, but there's a little nostalgia factor there. Looks like a game called Soul Divide, Neo Geo World Heroes 2, Jet. Of course, on Tuesday, Attack on Titan. We got Shantae, the Pirate's Curse, and Swim Out, and I believe that's it. So there's our releases for the week. Let's talk sales. I'm not going to go over all of them, but there are a few worth noting. And there may be more that I'm unaware of, but I'm just going to go with the ones I know. SteamWorld Dig, 50% off right now. SteamWorld Heist, 25% off. Both decent games. Blossom Tales, 15% off right now. Of course, Floor Kids, still on sale. I believe it's $13.33, but I don't get to see the price because I picked that one up. So check those out. We got some good sales on the eShop. Make sure you don't miss them. All right. Well, as far as our news and talking points for tonight, the first thing I want to talk about is Ark Survival Evolved, coming to the Switch. Now, this is a game I've played just a very little bit on the Xbox One. I don't have much history with it myself. I know that there are people that have put hours and hours and hours into it. And it's one of those games that you really can invest a ton of time into. They showed this thing running handheld. If I can find the link, I will include it in the show notes so you can see. But this game looks slick. It looks really slick on the Switch. I was really surprised at how well they were able to get this game looking in handheld. The thing that stuck out to me the most was the lighting. The lighting really, really looked great in this game, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So I don't know of a release date. If we have one, I'll get it in the notes, but it's coming to the Switch. First person survival game, dinosaurs, robots. I mean, it sounds like an 80s kid dream come true, honestly. So I may be checking that one out. Another thing we got from GDC that was Nintendo related that was actually really cool is we got kind of some Nintendo basically pulled back the curtain on Splatoon and kind of let us see what the initial game was going to be, the ideas that they started kicking around to get to where Splatoon is now. And there's a really cool thread on Twitter that I did. I'm not sure if I retweeted or I think I quoted the tweet, so you can find it there. I will try to include a link to this as well. A few different people or a few different sites have wrote up articles on it. And basically, in Splatoon, the initial character that we were all going to play as was a block of tofu. That was the initial character they used. And then it moved from that. It moved from a block of tofu to rabbits. And you had black rabbits and white rabbits that were shooting Kirby Geek says tofu battles that were shooting white ink and black ink. And then they were swimming in the ink. And this was presented to, other people at Nintendo, like in the early phases, and they were like, "Why rabbits? Why would rabbits be doing this? Why would rabbits be swimming? What we don't understand." So then they went back to the drawing board, and that's where they came up with the squids and them changing shape from a human form to a more squid form, and semi-human form. I'm doing finger quotes. And it's really cool. There's pictures included with this. It's like somebody live tweeted it with the entire presentation, and so it's really quite interesting. If you're like me and you love seeing the behind the scenes of game creation, make sure to check this out. I will include a link in the show notes so you can find it and check it out yourself, because it's really cool. The other thing they talked about was there was concern for Nintendo keeping a player base in an online multiplayer game. They weren't quite sure initially how they were going to do that. The idea they came up with was free content over time. Maps, guns, and gear. And they just kind of drip fed that content to the community, which kept it thriving and kept it going. And they've continued with Splatoon 2, and it's a game that's played quite often, and a lot of times when I go onto Twitch to start streaming Splatoon, it's pushing close to 1,000 viewers each time. It's usually going up and up. Sometimes, that's just depends on the day. Sometimes I've seen as many as 4,000 to 8,000 viewers, but on the average, we're usually seeing around 1,000, and that's actually going up, which is really cool. I'm really glad to see that. And it's a great game. I'm glad we're seeing Nintendo continue to support it. I'm glad we're seeing DLC. I don't know if anybody knows for sure. Are we going to continue to get the free multiplayer content? Maybe somebody in chat knows. My assumption is that we will still get gear and maps and guns, even if we don't purchase the single-player DLC. I'm assuming this is the single-player DLC that is just going to continue funding this game. And so I hope that is the case, honestly, because if they change that at this point, it's going to divide the community, and really, really don't want to do that. I've had to deal with that in games in the past, like different Halo games, where some people had DLC and some people didn't. And Kirby said free maps, guns for a year. So a few more months of that. Okay. So there we go. Cut Eye says, I heard for 1 more year and Splatfest for 2 more years. Okay. So maybe maybe they'll continue to make single player expansions that will continue to fund the multiplayer throughout the year. And that's great. That's great. I personally have no problem with a company monetizing their game, offering it as a service, offering DLC to continue to support the multiplayer. I think it's great. And I hope it stays that way. I don't want to see any division within the community. I just want everybody to be able to play together, whether you have the Octoling DLC or not. We can all just play together. I mean, and look, Nintendo's been doing things like this already. Smash on the Wii U and on the 3DS. If you had certain characters, but whoever you were playing against didn't, they were able to just download a small patch that would allow them to play against said characters without having to have downloaded them themselves. So I think because of Nintendo's concern with this game not losing its player base, I think they're going to make the right choices on this, and we will just continue to see free content for multiplayer, and that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Hopefully I'm right there. And it looks like we got at least another year, so we don't have to really worry about it yet, or close to a year. And speaking of Splatoon, last night, I tried out Control Freaks, and they're not a sponsor or anything. I just prefer when I play shooters to have my sticks extended, and I gotta say, I really, really like them on the Pro Controller. I will include a link to them in the show notes if you wanna check them out yourself. But I like the feel of them and everything. The taller controller the taller stick allows you to move a little faster, and I'm really digging it. It feels really good on the controller. And DJ's saying even on the left stick, yeah, I have them both on there right now. And I know he knows me. He knows that on my Xbox Elite controller, I only play with a tall one on the right, and that's how I started. But then I put the left on, and I didn't mind it at all. It felt comfortable. It felt good. So worth checking out those Control Freaks on the Pro Controller. The last thing, guys, and I got it here in my notes, is Smash and Splatoon are both having tournaments at E3. So there is a Nintendo account by the name of Nintendo Versus on Twitter. Make sure to follow them. And they tweeted out today, Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018 and Splatoon 2 World Championship 2018 tournaments will take place in Los Angeles the week of E3 2018. Watch the competition on Nintendo's Twitch and YouTube channels when the tournaments are live streamed 6/11 and 6/12. And then there's a link to e3.nintendo.com. So I clicked that. I'm just waiting for it to load up here. Here we go. And yeah, it's just a little more invitation. They've got some great videos, just a bunch of fans that are just really, really hyped for these competitions live. It looks like a ton of fun. A lot of people dressed up in costumes and whatnot. So, and then it looks like there's even a chance to compete with the Splatoon World Championship 2018. So looks like you can actually register yourself if you've got a team put together. So, you know, maybe check that out. Maybe something worth looking into. There's more information on e3.nintendo.com. I will include that link in the show notes so you can maybe you want to compete, maybe you just want to make sure you don't miss it. Check the site out. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. So I asked a question in the Patreon and the Discord. Basically, I just wanted to hear from you guys on games or genres that we want on the Switch. And I know this is kind of a question we go to kind of often, but this one I wanted to keep within the realm of possibility. So what are some games that we might see on the Switch? And what brought this question about was seeing Ark and seeing how good it looked. It just made me start thinking again, like, man, there are definitely some games I want to see on here. And my main game, when I Googled it, I actually found a Time Splitters HD collection. Yes, please. I'm all about it. And guys that are in chat right now, if you haven't answered this question yet, just answer right in the chat right there, and I'll read them shortly. So let's see here. I'm going to just go through the comments real quick on which Switch games or genres we'd like to see. The first one here is from Catherine. It says, I weirdly want GTA 5 on the Switch. It originally came out on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Plus, there have been rumors that they got it working on the Switch. It was also one of the best-selling games during the 2017 holiday season. So, Catherine's ready for some GTA. Riddell Demonheart says old school Final Fantasy Tactics. And I know there's going to be some people in the chat right now that are like, yes, please. Jessica Lazo says it would be great to see Fortnite, PUBG, especially since they're extremely popular. Now, it would bring a lot of people over to the Switch. And hopefully Nintendo is already in the works to bring us Pokemon and Animal Crossing to the Switch in the very near future. Yes, please. Let's get some Animal Crossing and Pokemon ASAP. Fortnite and PUBG are also great picks. I'm hoping we see that. So this is from Lovo. I think I said that right. I'm using his gamer tag or his Twitch tag. I think his Twitch tag is a scale tipper, actually. So having Fortnite or PUBG on Switch would be absolutely amazing. I personally prefer PUBG, but I feel like Fortnite was made for this console. With the recent mobile release, I have to believe it will happen soon. I'm in the same boat. I actually played it on my phone yesterday, and it was a phone game, but it plays really well for a phone game. I also want good sports games. Sure, we have FIFA, NBA, but they don't feel at home on the Switch. We all know how RBI baseball has been. Yes, we do. And speaking of, guys, I pre-ordered that. It said its release date was March 20th. It's now April 17th. So there you go. That game got delayed. I don't think anybody covered it. This is probably the only place you're going to hear anything about it, actually. Oh, I feel special. What else does he say here? Mario Tennis will be a nice addition, but the Switch could really benefit from adding a few more games that were made for the console. Honestly, I really, really want Mario Strikers to return. That would be my dream release. But lighthearted, backyard sports style game are the genre I want to see more of. So, I'm totally with you. I believe, I may say the name wrong, but Mario Sports All-Stars, I think, is the name of the title, has soccer, golf, baseball, tennis, and horse racing, all on one cart on the DS. So if you still have a DS, that was a game that I kind of think went under people's radar, and I would love to see it get ported over to the Switch. I don't know if it will. It's kind of strange that we have a full Mario Golf game on the DS, and then this game came out and it was basically the same game. I don't think the courses were identical, but it would still be a cool game to see make its way over to the Switch or something similar, because the soccer and stuff, the online on that game was really fun. I really enjoyed the time I spent with it. Plus it had amiibo cards, so let's see. Benji Kong says Titanfall. The dev laughed at the idea, but if Doom can run on Switch, I don't see why not. Well, there you go. Who knows? Maybe they could get it working. You never know. So let's see what I got. A few more answers in the Discord here. I just want to pull up, and here we go. Let's see. Oh, so I asked the same question, or I just posted a link to the question. It showed up there. DJ says, "You know my game." We know his game is Nier, of course. Let's see. Oh, poor Kirby says everything I want is dead. No. Ganthet says, give me more tactics and RPGs, please. I would take a fun shooter like Splatoon 2. We got Splatoon 2, man. Alexander the G says Fallout. Already have Skyrim. How about New Vegas or 4 with lesser graphics? I don't know if it works like that. More More first-person shooters. Don't see many of those on Switch. Red Dead Redemption, GTA, and for DJ Hoedown, Nier. Aw, people are being nice to you, DJ. Maverick says, I want to see the Metroid Prime series show up on this console. Yes, please. Let's get the Metroid Prime trilogy on here before Prime 4 comes out. That would be awesome. That would be great. I do want to say real quick, Super Nintendo Dad, thank you for the 9 months of subs on Twitch. That's our stream, baby. So thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. Hopefully the chat gets a little hype going, guys. Get a little hype going. Let me keep looking here. Cut Eye says Overwatch and Hearthstone. Snake Eyes 097 says, yeah, with Diablo coming, Blizzard might be starting to come over. Is Diablo coming? Has that been confirmed? To be honest, though, if I was going to play any Blizzard game, I'd rather do it on my PC. Hey, fair enough. Dat Fast, I would like to see Ogre Battle revived. There you go. There you go. I know people are probably surprised that I've played Ogre Battle. Not on the 64. I played it on the Super Nintendo. Loved the heck out of that game. Played a lot of it. Kirby's probably fainting right now. Just that, you know. Hopefully she's not near any tables or anything as she passes out. Shell Shock says, anything from Capcom or Sega? Also Fallout 4 and Injustice 2. Dat Fast said Fallout 4 would be amazing and portable. Let's see. Alexander again, Kingdom Battle. And there we go. Let me look at chat real quick and see. Super Nintendo Dad says, I promise he didn't beat Ogre Battle. I might have. I honestly don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you guys. So, here we go. As far as games we want to see, I see Nightcrawler, Fortnite, if it works on the phone. There you go. MJ says Animal Crossing. Alexander, GTA. Jester says Cuphead. Dude, I'm there. Let's get Cuphead on there. I don't think it'll ever happen, but who knows? Microsoft likes making money, so the Switch would be a good place to put Cuphead. Be a great place to put Cuphead. Checking real quick here. Jessica Cupcakes, yes, Mario Strikers would be awesome. Alexander put Mario Pro Wrestling, not even a thing, but hey, let's do it. Let's make it a thing. Nosmosis says Mario Golf. So there you go, guys. That is an extensive list of games we want to see. The Time Splitters series, those games to me are like the progression of GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. That's the main reason I want to see those games on the Switch. And I think they're just sitting in limbo somewhere. I'm not sure. I know the company that was initially making them made a game on the PS3. I think it was called Haze, and they shut the company down shortly after it came out. And no good, unfortunately. So. I'm seeing a few more answers from the chat, though. Super Nintendo Dad, I want Wii Punch-Out on the Switch. Kirby says, I want a new Punch-Out. I want a Women's League with it, too, so doubles the length of the game. There you go. Does little Matt get into MMA? Like, is he ready to truly throw down? Get a little Conor McGregor versus Lil Mac? Who would win, guys? Who would win that? Oh my goodness. I do want to ask the chat real quick. Guys, I'm thinking about transferring all my data from my 3DS, my new 3DS XL, to the new 2DS. What do you guys think? You think I should do that? Let me know real quick in the chat. I want to see the votes. I think that's going to basically do it for this week. I want to remind you guys that you can find this show on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, and Spotify. Just search for Nintendo Powercast on Spotify and you'll find it. You will find it there. That's where I've been checking out the shows, and it's pretty cool seeing the Powercast on Spotify. If you guys want to give me a follow on Twitter, it's at N64Josh. It's also the same on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Farmers Only, Vero, and Patreon. Guys, it's all N64Josh. If you want to just find the hub that is where everything is at, n64josh.com. The show notes will be n64josh.com/npc78. You want to get yourself a free book from Audible, audibletrial.com/npc. Guys, the chair I'm sitting in is from OPC. You can go to opc.com. Use coupon code N64Josh to save $10. And I do just want to say thank you to everybody that continues to rate the show on iTunes. I really appreciate it. We're slowly getting there. I really want to see it get back up to 5 stars. And I'm going to tease you guys with a little announcement right now. I have not one, but 2 more podcasts in the works. And I'm hoping, if everything goes as planned, the first one's going to launch this Sunday. So the best place to find out where it's at, n64josh.com/discord. Come hang out with us there. We got lots and lots of good people. Always talking Nintendo. If you need people to play with, even if you've never used Discord, it's very simple. Just jump in. We'll help you out. So that's where you'll find the show. Will get posted there first. Also, n64josh.com. And that's it. That's the tease. I'll give you one more hint. They are both Nintendo related, and they are game specific. So you're probably not going to have... It's not going to be too hard to figure out what they are. But thank you guys so much for being here live. Thank you for listening week in and week out. I appreciate every one of you. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great night. Katie Ann says Splatoon and Mario Kart. No and no. But I've actually thought a lot about Splatoon, so that might even be a third one. Who knows? It's clearly Floor Kids and Kirby related. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me live. I really cannot thank you enough. Dang, I was close, I can tell. Metroid and Smash. You're close. It's 2 Waluigi podcasts. That's what they are. They're both the Troll and I and Tennis. There you go. Oh my gosh. And don't forget 1-2 Switch. Wow. Yes. Followed up by NBA Playgrounds. Oh, DJ's so triggered right now. Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So I will be streaming at some point tomorrow. So we will get a chance to hang out tomorrow. I'm thinking we might do a little bit of Smash. I don't know. I got to do some Attack on Titan because DJ said I would love it. So we're gonna do that. Let's see. Guys, it looks like, we haven't rated her in a long time, but she's playing, looks like a version of Link to the Past. I don't know if it's the exact version or if it's just a mod of some kind. I can't tell, but based on the name, it says V29 Rando with random weapons. So I don't know what that means, but let's go blow up her chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. And let's raid the Dragon Feeny with an N64 raid. There it is. It's a randomizer? Okay. All right, guys. N64 raid. Let's blow up her chat with emotes. Thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And you guys are the best. Seriously. Can't thank you enough. Really appreciate you. See you guys later.